I wanted to share with you a quick video of how we present to real estate agents, homeowners, lenders on a property when we look at it. I've got a property here. This is for informational purposes only, but this is an actual property listed in Wisconsin. And I could go through and I'm going to give you a fake story of this person. The house looks fantastic. Hasn't sold in a long time. It was built way back in 1956. Right now, there is a theoretic elderly woman living there, older. She's looking at selling her home, moving down to Florida, just had her third grandbaby down there, and wants to move from Florida or from Wisconsin to Florida. Currently on fixed income, can't qualify for both houses, doesn't want to sell her husband's whole 401k to go down there. So she needs to sell this home before she can move. She needs it out of her debt to income ratio to qualify for the new mortgage, and also has a small dog, doesn't want to go through the whole headache and aggravation of living there while it's listed. Initial feedback on the market so far has been that people are liking it. They just want things to be a bit more turnkey. The house isn't bad. It's not in bad shape, but they're looking for, people today paying $450 are looking for updated countertops, some different things. The roof has, some decent life left in it. Landscaping's, more or less there, but not fantastic. Carpeting, like just all of it, it could probably just use a little bit of update. So here's what Zoom Casa would be able to do. And again, I have no idea if this makes any sense for them or not. What we are is we are one option of many for this seller. So let's walk through the assumption right now. Here's the house, Anywhere, Wisconsin. Currently, they owe, like I said, $125,000. This is preventing them from moving on with their lives. Right now, it's listed for $425,000. The feedback I'm getting from the agent and just the initial on the market here, we've only had a couple of likes on Zillow, not a ton of traffic, is that probably where this house is going to sell, unfortunately, in its current shape is about $425,000. And however, we went through, we looked at it, kind of did everything and said, if we were to put about 30 grand into here, so reface the countertops, just neutral paint, some better fixtures, just across the board, really spice it up and make it more than what it is today, a little bit more on that turnkey for a brand new family to come into. What those people are really looking for, they're looking for that house that's a little bit more turnkey. The market will support about 500 grand if that was the case. We priced it aggressively at 450, thinking that maybe we could overcome the hurdles, but really it's not. So it's sitting right now. And the way Zoom Casa, what we do, we charge a escrow holdback. We set aside a portion. So if all these numbers make sense, 450 is what it's listed for. 425 is what it sells for. 30,000 would be a rental budget. If we put that into it, the house would be worth 500,000. What Zoom Casa does, we set aside a escrow holdback. This is the seller's money. They get it when it resells, which means we'd advance about 85% here. We collect a 5% concierge fee. This is for us to manage the project, take care of the renovations, advance all the funds, kind of do all the work. And then every month that we own the home, we charge 0.75. So in this case, something like this, let's say we're out of it, do all the renovations, 30 days back on the market for 30, gives us another 60 to get it sold, someplace in that 4-month mark. And then we have some agents. We like our agents to get paid. Without them, we can't do much. So we've got a buyer's agent and listing agent. We also have some closing costs. So let me walk you through what our offer would look like. Again, we start at a full fair market value. That's the $425,000. From there, we do our escrow holdback. That's the 15%. That means we're going to be advancing about 85%, $361,250. Of that money, we're going to set aside the money to do the renovations. We'd have bids. We'd know what we were going to do before we close. Got to pay our agents. When we resell the property, there'd probably be some closing costs. We've got our Zoom Casa concierge fee and then our 4 months of carrying. Now, if this gets sold faster, we only collect the money and the carrying fee of the months we use. You can think of it as per diem. Every 30 days, we collect another month. So in this case, it's 4 months. If it sells faster, it'd be less. If it takes longer, it'd be a bit more. We pay off their mortgage. And when we do that initial closing, there'd be some cost there. So right now, your seller, who today can't do anything, is gridlocked by their home, now has $138,000 in their pocket to go use as a down payment. We got it out of their debt to income ratio. Their loan officer has something to work with. Their real estate agent has something to work with. And we come in, we take over. Zoom Casa buys the house. We do the work. We execute on the bids we already had. We then give it back to the agent that brought it to us. They do what they do. They get it sold for the 500 million. That would be nice. 500,000. A waterfall comes in. We pay the actual fees, and everything left over goes to the seller. And Zoom Casa, in a situation like this, we want it to sell for as much as possible. We're not here to lowball them. The more it sells for is the more money we make as well. We sit on the same side of the table as them. So a situation like this, where we're coming in, adding value to the home, their final net proceeds is probably, in a lot of cases, it's the same, if not more, when we do those strategic renovations than they would have gotten on their own doing a traditional sale. Now, I'm not sure if this makes sense for your client. And truthfully, I don't know who it does and does not. It might make sense for every single person depending on their situation. So let me know what I missed, but this is how Zoom Casa's Cash Offer Plus program works.